another Pokemon here. Alright, here we go. It's another Will-O-Wisp, but it missed Granbull. And we got another knockoff. Got rid of the Moringa Berry. Hurricane. Trying to get rid of the Fairy. Didn't quite do it. Granbull ready to attack with Ice Punch. And down goes the dragon. And here comes Crocodile. Last Pokemon on the other side. To try to get that KO. Might not be able to get it this way, though. Alright, let's see what we can do here. Chandelure coming out. That's what I thought. Sableye going for the recover. It's a Rock Slide. Granbull able to survive, but it flinched, unfortunately. Alright. In comes our Crocodile, trying to intimidate the opposing Crocodile. It's a Will-O-Wisp. Another Rock Slide. Did minimal damage. Alright, Chandelure is returning. Hello, Veneer Elf. This is my first game today. Let's see if I can score the first win here. Running into problems with Sableye, even though I have 4 Pokemon still. Got another Rock Slide coming out. Oh, a crit. Oh, boy. Alright, no problem. We got a Snarl coming in. Zoroark was able to survive despite the crit. And Crocodile goes down to the burn. Alright, we're gonna need to hope that we can get this attack. Nope. A will-o-wisp. Made the right call. He protected on this turn. Unable to get the Focus Blast to hit this turn. But no burn damage this turn. Focus Blast. Oh my god, it missed. I think that's going to end my chances of winning this one. So frustrating. We were ahead by so much. Wasn't able to get the hit in the end. It really hurt a lot on that Focus Blast, and we're gonna lose this game for sure. Oh, they're so bad too. Worked so hard to get to that position. Alright, well, let's give it another try here. I don't think there was too much more I could have done to improve my position there. I felt like I did everything right, but when I needed that Focus Blast to get the win for me, it failed me. It's pretty big risk to rely on that, but Zoroark doesn't really have good options for fighting type moves. That's its best one by far. Super Luigi, if you want to spam the chat, I would direct your attention over to Gaming's 5, who will gladly tell you to not do that. Alright, we'll try to shake that off. Let's see, I'm really surprised at how slow it is to get the trainers for this Spooky Cup. This is not hard to get trainers to battle in the Pikachu Cup, but already I'm seeing that it's very difficult to find trainers for this. So, while we're waiting here, how is everyone else's Fridays? My Friday was, of course, relatively slow at work. Waiting for 3 p.m. to get out. But now I'm playing a game that doesn't want me to play it. So, you know, it's all good. It feels like I'm playing triple battle on free battle. Sometimes it's, or even ranked actually. Ranked is worse. It's really hard to find triples battles in rating battle nowadays. Not a lot of people playing triple. There we go. Finally. Alright, so we got a Scolipede and a Volcarona. Alright. Not really sure yet, but this might call for a 2-ghost lead. Looks solid. Let's go ahead and give it a shot. Aegislash is an Uber? That's news to me. Because if that's the case, I'm running an Uber too. Alright, here we go. We got Meowstic Scolipede as the lead. Alright, I think I'm going to open up really hard on Meowstic here. I'm going to double attack it. I think there's at least a high chance that Scolipede will use a setup move or protect. There's the protect. Light screen being set up. There we go. Dark Pulse. There goes Meowstic. Got the light screen out. Hopefully that's what he needed, because that's all he's getting out of the Meowstic. And there's the speed boost by Scolipede. We'll see if this opponent is tricked by the idea of a Dark Pulse Chandelure. Chandelure does learn Dark Pulse. But Generally, no one runs Dark Pulse. If we see a Dark attack headed towards Chandelure, then he's definitely buying into it. If he goes Fake Out, then he's definitely not buying it. Got a Swords Dance from Scoliope. And a knockoff. He's convinced. He is definitely convinced. Went for the knockoff. Unless he's planning on going with a single target bug attack the next turn. We're gonna double in on Scoliope. It's a baton pass. Let's see what it's baton passing it to. Because I am doubled in on it. It's a Chandelure. It's going to get a Flash Fire boost. But it's also going to get a Shadow Ball. Got Life Orb Weavile tricked. It wasn't even a Flash Flyer Chandelure. Here comes the Shadow Ball. Oh, really bulky Chandelure. Well, in that case, if it's that bulky... And it Baton Pass Swords Dance. I don't know that Swords Dance is that big a deal. It'll be interesting to see what it does with that. I'm gonna do the attack and parry strat. Shadow Ball headed towards Zoroark. Tried to double in on Zoroark thinking it was going to leave. But I think Zoroark has already done its job at this point. It's probably not going to leave at this point. So. Gonna double in on Chandelure. Chandelure going Fire Blast. Ooh, it got the KO. Weavile low kick. Got the KO there as well. Here we go. Crocodile and Chandelure on the way out. All the opponent's Pokemon are weak to Rock Slide. Chandelure choiced. Going for it. My Chandelure has a Focus Sash on it. Rock Slide in return. Didn't quite get the KO on Weavile. Weavile got flinched though, and now the Imprison's coming out to block the opponent from using Protect on the next turn. See what the events that happen. It's Ice Shard, gonna get the KO on Chandelure. The real question here is, can Crocodile hit and get rid of Scolipede on this turn? It's not gonna happen. Megahorn, it missed though. It's now speed boosted. It's gonna get another chance at that. And it hits. It's gonna be a KO there. Oh, it was close, but couldn't get the job done there. Couldn't get the job done. If we had protected on the previous turn, we could have gotten the win, but if we protected there, we would have run the risk of getting hit by Megahorn anyway. Have a good day, Super Luigi 2004. Thanks for coming by. Not off to a good start today. Got 2 losses so far, still no wins. See if we can do better against this player here. He's got a Zoroark. This team seems overly physical. No, I take that back. He's got quite a few special attackers here. Seems like some of these could be Trick Room Pokemon. In fact, many of them look like Trick Room Pokemon. Okay, let's give this a shot here. Alright, going in and started with Drapion and Swoobat. there we go. We're going to go ahead and protect with Zoroark and see what kind of damage we can get on Woobat with Rock Slide. One of them may be a Zoroark, but it wasn't the Swoobat. Got Reflect going up. None of them are Zoroark. And we got a Flinch. Let's go ahead and send a Shadow Ball Drapion's way. We won't do too much damage, but I'd like to try to pack it on. Rock Slide again. We'll get rid of Swoobat. Nice solid hit. Aqua Tail's the response on Crocodile. Next Pokemon is a Zoroark. It was placed in 4th position for some reason. Do another Rock Slide. We'll sacrifice Crocodile. Like to keep Chandelure for later on in the battle, if at all possible. There we go. A Rock Slide. Decent amount of damage. Night Daze. Headed out at Zoroark there. Aqua Tail again to get rid of Crocodile. Alright, I'm going to open up, going to try to KO one or both of these Pokemon here. There it is. Flamethrower goes out first. Got the KO on Drapion. Comes Night Daze once again. Did a lot of damage to Aegislash, but it wasn't able to get the KO. And now Aegislash coming out. Ready to attack. Got the KO. We're down to 3-1 in our favor right now. Last Pokemon. There we go. Comes to play Wide Guard. Trying to protect Zoroark from Earthquake. Just in case this doesn't KO. Didn't quite get there. Earthquake, there it is. Got blocked, and that's going to be it. Was able to block the attack. The only thing that was going to get him the win. There's a protect, but it's too late. Aegislash no longer needing to get into the defense mode. There's nothing left for the opponent at this point unless there's a quick claw. That could be a problem, but I can't do anything against quick claw. No quick claw this turn, and that should be it. And there's the Dark Pulse for the KO. Alright, got a win under our belts. Being able to take on that Night Days at full power really helped quite a bit there. Alright. Going up against Philip, who wants a Kyurge from you somehow. Okay, I feel like I do need Grand Bull this game. The real question is, do I need Chandelure for this game? So I might actually do better with Aegislash as the ghost. Alright, we'll try it as Aegislash. Pikachu and Aegislash as the leads. It's going to be against Aegislash and Crocodile. I think I like where I'm at. I think I'm going to try knockoff. Try to double into Pikachu here. Pikachu going Fake Out to hold Crocodile at bay. Was able to get Pikachu out, and the Fake Out Pokemon's gone. We'll see what happens here with Aegislash. He's going for a Shadow Ball. A strong hit against Zoroark, but Zoroark does resist that attack. Still did more than half, though. And Crocodile, having not attacked the previous turn, reserves the right to attack this turn. Alright, let's go for Rock Slide this turn. Going back to Shield form. There we go, Rock Slide. It's going to hit Noivern. More than half damage, a switcheroo. Decided to give Crocodile choice specs. Alright. Crocodile retreating here. Going for the Dragon Pulse. Hit right into Aegislash. Zoroark Dark Pulse. Was able to get the KO on Noivern, getting rid of that Choice Scarf Pokemon. Aegislash in return is about to attack. It's attacking with Flash Cannon. Gets the KO on Zoroark. Overall, a good set of moves there. Was able to get away with very little damage on Crocodile. Dusclops coming out. And out comes Granbull. Alright, here we go. Aegislash staying in attack form for Flash Cannon. Got the KO on Granbull. Here we go. It's gonna be Shadow Ball. A nice solid hit. Let's see what Dusclops does in return. It's a Will-O-Wisp. And Crocodile coming back out. It's going to be 2 versus 2. Opponent's Aegis Slash is going back to shield form. And so is mine. If it's a speed tie, he's won twice on the speed. But I have a feeling that that's a faster Aegis Slash than mine. Knockoff on Dusclops for the KO. Now it's 2 versus 1. There we go, knockoff. Got the KO straight up on a critical hit. That'll end it. His weakness policy didn't get going, but either way, I don't think he could have won with me doubling in on him there. Alright, got another battle here. Got all the usual suspects, support Pokemon in Murkrow. Not really sure yet what I want here. I feel like I should set up a Tailwind. Alright, let's see what we got here. Kinda chose that last Pokemon, Chandelure, without thinking. Didn't have enough time to make the decision between that and Aegis Slash. Okay, we got a Murkrow and a Volcarona. It's a dangerous situation here. Murkrow being able to use Squash. I think I'm going to bring in the real Chandelure. Don't really want to give up Hydreigon that quickly. It is a Thunder Wave. There goes Chandelure Dark Pulse. Pretty decent amount of damage. Bug Buzz in return. Not too much, even though it critted. It's a Life Orb Volcarona. Treading into dangerous territory here. Got a Confuse Ray incoming on the real Chandelure. A Bug Buzz again. Going after Zoroark this time. Got the KO. Confuse Ray didn't stop Trick Room from going, and there it goes. We'll see if this puts a stop to the opponent's Thunder Waving. Another Confuse Ray. Got the Imprison. Really playing with fire on this one. Chandelure still not out of the confusion. Need to try to get that KO on Volcarona before it can hit Hydreigon. Got a 50-50 shot on this one. Alright, we gotta withdraw. It ended up being Rotom Wash and a Thunder Wave going in on Chandelure, trying to stop it from attacking. Chandelure able to attack though with the full power Shadow Ball. Did more than half. Did a lot of damage to Murkrow as well. Rotom should be a little less of a problem than the last Pokemon, but this will make it more difficult for Chandelure to get an attack in without getting KO'd. However, that might be what I'm hoping for here. Alright, let's give it a shot. Hydreigon is returning. In favor of Crocodile. Another Confuse Ray. Murkrow really making this difficult on me. Here's another Shadow Ball. Another strong hit. Hydro Pump. That one missed, though. Trying to outstall my own Trick Room. While trying to get rid of Rotom here. Crocodile leaving once more. Here comes a Feather Dance. No doubt targeted at Crocodile. That another Shadow Ball went through and got the KO on Rotom. Now we're back to 3 versus 3. Next Pokemon is Volcarona. Here comes, it's a taunt, trying to stop Chandelure from doing the Trick Room. I have the opponent completely tricked into thinking that the team was Trick Room, when it was a far cry from being that. And now the opponent's down to 2 Pokemon. It's Hydreigon. Remember, the opponent is unable to protect this turn. Chandelure has not left the battle and the imprison's still happening. Another Confuse Ray trying to stop Chandelure. A Draco Meteor pointed at Hydreigon. The Shadow Ball came out. And the KO on Murkrow. Now the opponent's in huge trouble. I think we're going to go for the safe play. I want to make sure I get the damage so I can set up for the super power KO. The Draco comes out on the opponent's side, but it missed. It is a timid Hydreigon, just like mine is. Chandelure getting another free hit. And that's going to be it. There's no way he was going to be able to stop a superpower from my last Pokemon. This one's just a matter of time now. Finally gets to see that my Hydreigon was not actually a Trick Room Hydreigon. With that speed tie, we were able to win it. I won that one purely through a series of bluffs and being able to throw Imprison into the mix to throw off the opponent's game. There was really no reason with the cards that the opponent had that he shouldn't have won that game. But just throwing a Trick Room in and imprisoning caused the opponent to think things through and read the cards wrong. Alright, we got another Scoliopede. We're seeing a lot more Scoliopedes now. As usual, I'm trying to decide if I want to go with a 2-ghost lead against this fake-out team. It seems to be working to throw off people's game strategies. So I think I might go ahead and do it. Alright, here we go. I'm going without Crocodile or Hydreigon. Basically, I'm just giving up the idea of trying to outspeed the opponent. Alright, it's going to be Hydreigon and Aegislash in the lead spots here. Somewhat dangerous position here. But I would like to try to get rid of Aegislash. Try to continue the illusion here. Dark Pulse right at Chandelure. His Aegislash is going first with a Shadow Ball. Aegislash very easily able to tank that. It's opening up the weakness policy, and now it's going to counter back. Get the KO straight up. First kill goes to us. Next Pokemon ends up being a Volcarona. He'll want to get the KO on Aegislash, but I think he might think that I'm going to go into shield form. So to that end, I'm going to attack again. Aegislash is no good to me afterwards anyway if that doesn't happen. It's a Fire Blast. He's going straight for it. He got the KO there. Another Dark Pulse. And now it's revealed that Zoroark was behind the illusion. Alright, here comes Granbull. Trying to threaten Hydreigon into using a special attack against Granbull. Hopefully a Flamethrower. Looks like he has left instead. In favor of Granbull. My Granbull is leaving as well. Bringing in Chandelure. Gotta protect. Ended up having nothing really happen other than that protect there. Alright, here we go. Zoroark protecting. A Fire Blast pointed at Zoroark. Didn't work. Shadow Ball in return. Didn't quite get the KO. Rock Slide. It's gonna do decent damage against Chandelure. Right, Chandelure's returning. Mostly to get the Intimidate out. Dark Pulse. Gonna get the KO on Volcarona. Another Rock Slide. Last Pokemon, Hydreigon. Hydreigon does learn Flash Cannon. Give Focus Blast another try here. And let's go for a Thunder Wave. protect. It's doubling, my doubling in is going to cause it to get it a full power-up punch for the KO. Bring it back up. Now it's 2v2. Go, Chandelure Protect, trying to get rid of Hydreigon. It's a Dark Pulse, trying to get the flinch. Another Rock Slide. It's trying to get flinches. There's the Citrus Berry. He didn't get the flinch, play rough. And he got the KO there. I got the KO, excuse me. And now we're going to start doubling in. Here we go, Shadow Ball. Decent amount of damage. Play rough. Not quite enough. Rock Slide. That's going to get the KO there. It's going to be down to the next hit. Whoever goes first is going to win. The opponent went first and he gets the win. Close game, it went down to the wire there, but we didn't get lucky. It's another loss. We're not doing as well as we did yesterday, that's for sure. But it's okay, we're still doing pretty strongly. We're not giving up games so easily here. It seems like there's a lot of luck in these battles today for some reason. Alright, here's another battle coming up here. We've got another Zoroark player. It's interesting that he's playing Zoroark. The team doesn't look like it could use a Zoroark. Could pretend to be Meowstic. That'd be an interesting way of doing things. This team may be good to go with a Trick Room strat. Possibly ending with Crocodile. Let's see how this goes. I haven't played the team like this. Be nice to experiment a little bit. Right, here we go, Chandelure. And the Grand Bowl for the start. Got Meowstic and Scolipede. Just go straight to the Trick Room. Go straight to play rough on Meowstic here. I expect a protect on Scolipede. Meowstics don't usually protect. Got a Night Daze. Ended up actually being a Zoroark. Let's see if that Scolipede goes for a Rock Slide. It's an X-Scissor on Granbull. Granbull play rough on Zoroark. Got the KO. And there we go, the Trick Room is set. And it is a speed boost Pokemon. Now it's at the disadvantage. We'll see what the next Pokemon is. It's going to use as a counter to the Trick Room. Looks like their opponent's having a hard time deciding. Meowstic, the real one's coming out. I do have one Pokemon that is not designed to be in the Trick Room. I do want to outlast long enough to make that happen. And we got a disconnect on our side, it looks like. Oh boy. A lot of things not going well for us today here. I'll give it another try here. It's going to count as another loss. And I apologize if there's problems with the quality of the stream tonight. I didn't think there was a problem until just now, when the game disconnected, and then I saw that I was having a spike in the internet. Yeah, it does seem weird. My internet's been really up and down a lot lately, and that's what's been causing these disconnects, even though it really shouldn't disconnect. I have the same problem on Splatoon, and it really sucks. Especially when you're in a competition and you're trying to do your best, you know? It's only for fun competition, but it still kind of sucks when the internet is the reason why things are not working, you know? I have noticed from the last few casts that there's been some hiccups in the video while the audio is working right. I have to imagine it's just because OBS prioritizes audio over video, and when there's not enough bandwidth, it just pushes the audio through. Well, that is weird too. I don't know what to tell you on that one. I don't know what happens when I'm offline but I'm online. I've seen that quite a bit recently. That doesn't make hardly any sense to me either, but it is what it is, you know. Alright, based off what I'm seeing, probably a good idea to bring Crocodile as support. I'm gonna rely on it for knockoff. Probably not much else. That isn't to say that my gameplay has not been as good as yesterday, because I don't feel like I've been playing as well as I was yesterday. But it's just kind of a bigger issue when the internet also is giving you problems. Kind of sucks quite a bit. Alright. Not really sure if I should attack here or not right now. I feel like I should get some damage on Aegislash. It seems right. I didn't really bring my Hydreigon counter, so we'll have to get some damage on Hydreigon. In fact, that seems like a better idea, is to get some damage on Hydreigon. So we'll see how this goes here. Alright, got Chandelure doing Protect. Aegislash going with King's Shield, which is going to be to my favor here. Got a Dark Pulse pointed at Chandelure. That is blocked by Protect, and we're going to get a free Flash Cannon. A solid hit. We're going to go all in with Focus Blast. We'll see if this Gambit pays off. If we can get the hit on Hydreigon, it'd be really good. It looks like a Shadow Sneak is happening. It is. It's pointed at Chandelure, which is not a Chandelure. This will work really well to my favor if I can get the hit. Oh, it's a Dark Pulse. It is faster. And Zoroark flinched. Very interesting. It is a Choice Scarf Hydreigon. But it didn't really do the job it needed to, which is the bad thing for the opponent. See what the opponent does. Got to Protect on Zoroark's side. Aegislash going back to shield form is going to allow me to get the matchup I want again. Hydreigon, Dark Pulse on Zoroark. Didn't work. I'm going to get another shot for free. And Hydreigon's KO'd. There we go, it's Mawile coming out. It'll be interesting to see what the Mawile does. It may not be a Mega, but it is probably still going to run Play Rough and a Life Orb. I'm going to try to weaken both Shadow Sneak and Mawile with Crocodile's Intimidate. Go back into shield form for this turn. Aegislash coming out again with a Shadow Sneak. Oh, it's a Sacred Sword. Got a lot of damage in. Let's see what Mawile does. Play Rough. It's going to get the KO. And it is a Life Orb. But it is weakened now. So we'll see how that plays into things. Alright. Going back into shield form again. Aegislash was really turned off by my Aegislash's partner all the time. Mawile's Sucker Punch didn't work though. Gonna get another Flash Cannon for free. He's just letting my Aegislash get all these hits in. Mawile almost KO'd. Hesitant to attack. I think he's going to Sucker Punch on this turn. Trying to decide if I want to stay in the attack form. I'm going to attack. There we go, it's a White Guard. He thinks I'm going to go for a Fire-type attack. Yet I don't even have a Fire-type attack. Got a free hit in on Aegislash. It's going to give him the weakness policy. But by imprisoning on that turn, that freed me to protect on the next turn. Remember that Aegislash was intimidated once when Crocodile came out before getting KO'd. So the weakness policy has only actually brought Aegislash up +1 on Shadow Sneak. He hasn't shown any special attacks, but he would be +2 on those. However, the opponent cannot use Shadow Ball because of the Imprison. Aegislash coming out. Going into Shadow Sneak again. Another Sucker Punch didn't work. At this point, we're probably going to have to attack and get rid of Mawile on this turn. Try to get Aegislash out on the turn as well. Let's see what we got here. Aegislash Shadow Sneak. Going after Aegislash. Not nearly enough damage. It's going to activate my own weakness policy. Opponent's Mawile. Doing the Sucker Punch, but it's at -1. And it's going to KO itself on the Life Orb. Spooky Gup is over on Sunday at 4:59 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time. It's a 3-day event, basically. This is day 2 right now. Was able to get by that gauntlet. Chandelure still in play. Opponent will not be able to protect. Rotom is the last Pokemon. Go ahead and get into Protect one more time. Will-O-Wisp didn't even hit Aegislash. That's going to be a big problem for the opponent. Here we go. 2 Shadow Balls heading Rotom's way. And a special defense drop. Citrus Berry is going to heal it up, but if he can't knock out Aegislash this turn, the game's going to be over. Hydro Pump. It's on Chandelure, and it's going to be it. Chandelure is going to faint, and then a +2 Shadow Ball against -1 special defense. That's most definitely going to knock out that Rotom. And there it goes. We had a big Aegislash battle there, and the opponent was trying to rely on priority, but the opponent simply could not hide his predictability and try to predict my attacks or defenses. And I ended up winning there. Alright, we got 8 more battles to go today. Got some very interesting teams, but I think we've gotten the most of the different strategies out there. I'm still waiting to see if anyone plays the Basculin Shedinja strat. For those of you not in the know, Shedinja has Wonder Guard, and Basculin has Soak to try to win battles in this metagame by changing Shedinja's type over to water. Shedinja will have a lot less weaknesses. In fact, only 2, Grass and Electric, both of which you don't see a lot of in this metagame due to the overabundance of Dark and Ghost type Pokemon, making Soak Greninja a really strong play. Basculin also has the distinction of being in the same speed tier as Hydreigon at 98 speed base, making it relatively fast. First time we get to see a Toxicroak. I think Toxicroak is a pretty good Pokemon for this format. Able to take on Granbull. It's very weak to Volcarona, but I don't have a Volcarona on this team. So that will help the opponent quite a bit. Sort of trying to determine if I should go with a Chandelure, but I'm going to go with it now, regardless. Because I don't have enough time remaining to make the decision. Welcome to the cast, K-Man 99998. Thanks for checking out the cast. Doing Spooky Cup battles today. Opponents running Hydreigon and Toxicroak at the start. Probably target that Toxicroak. If I had to wager what's happening here, I think we actually have Surf Hydreigon. You know what? Let's try to go for a Flamethrower. If I have this pinned down to what I think it is, then this might be the right play. We'll see. Granbull coming in for a second Intimidate, really weakening up that Toxicroak. Fake out. It's going to hit Granbull. It was pointed at Crocodile. Surf. I called it right. It's Dry Skin Toxicroak. He tried to get the one-hit KO on Chandelure, but it's not a Chandelure, and we got a Flamethrower going in on a Dry Skin Toxicroak. It didn't do as much damage as I was hoping for, but it certainly weakened up that Toxicroak a lot. This appears to be a bulky Toxicroak, probably for the purposes of the Surf. Now the opponent's going to have to figure out if they can do enough damage to either Granbull or Zoroark here. Meanwhile, I'm going to go straight for it. Another Surf. It's trying to heal up Toxicroak some more. Figured he can do enough damage to Granbull, but it didn't happen. Zoroark Flamethrower on Toxicroak once again. Low kick on Zoroark is going to KO it. But Toxicroak really hurting with the burn now. It's at -4 after considering the burn. I'm going to get a straight KO on Hydreigon in exchange. Now, we get to choose between Chandelure and Crocodile. I think I'm going to go with Crocodile here. Really put the hurt on that Toxicroak. After the burn, it's going to be -5. Trying to get this KO on Volcarona. Rock Slide comes out first. one-hit KO on Volcarona. Now the opponent is really in trouble. The Toxicroak flinched on this turn, and that's going to put an end to Toxicroak as well. I'll get to your Umbreon question in a moment here. Jellicent as the last Pokemon. Right now we're locked into the wrong attack, but we'll see how this is going to work. I want to give Crocodile another chance at a strong attack. But the question is, can Granbull do enough damage to weaken the opponent's attack? Could be a Water Spouter. Oh, it's a Hydro Pump. Okay. Alright, well, that's fine, I suppose. Chandelure coming out, showing its Focus Sash. Play Rough definitely did enough damage there. And a Shadow Ball to finish it off. Very strong game there. That one worked really well. Was able to call that Surf Toxicroak Dry Skin combo right off the bat. Was able to come up with an appropriate counter right away. Alright, well, let's talk about Umbreon for a moment here. Umbreon got a Bold 5 Ivy. There's different tacts that people go with using Umbreon. Generally speaking, EVs are almost always going to be in HP defense and special defense. A lot of people running Curse nowadays. I don't really agree with Curse being a good move for Umbreon, especially in double. Might be better in single once you get rid of all of the opponent's special attackers. But if you're going to play it in double, I don't think you have time for Curse. More likely to go with Foul Play and Toxic. I think that's a good set to go with. That way you don't have to rely on Umbreon's attack at all. Attack stat, you can rely on the opponent's attack stat instead. Confuse Ray is probably a good option as well to stall out for Umbreon. Depending on its partners, I mean, it does learn Baton Pass. You could use a slow Umbreon's Baton Pass to make it easier for you to switch safely to another Pokemon. So Baton Pass could be a good option for it. Or any move that allows it to affect the opponent's stats. I'm not sure if Umbreon learns Snarl. If it does, I'd probably consider that. Maybe I think it learns Screech. Not 100% certain on that. Moves like that you could consider. If it has the egg move Heal Bell, that's probably a good move as well. If it was me for double, I'm probably focusing mostly on Foul Play and Toxic. Would be my way of running an Umbreon. If it's for single, probably Curse might actually work. Welcome to the cast, Crazy Flakes 13. Alright, let's go ahead and move into the next battle here. We got 7 to go today. Alright, we got a team that has 2 fake-out Pokemon. But we also have a Gliscor on the opposing team. So, I'm definitely going to bring Granbull for that. Outside of that, I'm not sure what I'm going to do yet. I'm thinking Zoroark and Chandelure in the last spot, as per usual. Trying to decide between Crocodile and Aegislash. Right now I'm leaning more towards Aegislash. And I think that's the route we're going to go. Alright, here we go. Opponent's leads are Weavile and Gliscor. I'm gonna go straight for it. I don't expect a fake out to happen. I want to get that Weavile out of the game immediately. It is a knockoff. No protects though. And Zoroark Solution gone already. Here comes Flamethrower on Weavile. Almost got the KO. Another knockoff. Hit Aegislash, but it activated weakness policy instead of knocking it off. Now that's going to give Aegislash extra power for the time being. And down goes Weavile. And out comes a Hydreigon. Gliscor looks like it wants to go on the offensive. Doesn't have a Toxic Orb. A Dark Pulse pointed at Zoroark and an Earthquake didn't end up working there. See what happens here. Aegislash Wide Guard. Trying to protect against the Earthquake. Unable to KO with that Dark Pulse. It's a Scarf Hydreigon. It got the one-hit KO. Down goes the Scarf Hydreigon. Earthquake blocked. Zoroark is safe from the Earthquake this turn, and it is able to still function. Gengar, the last Pokemon. Here goes. We got to protect on Gengar. play. Knew I was going to try to get rid of it. A strong hit, but it still didn't KO Aegislash. Might be in trouble at this point. Let's see how this goes. I think I threw the wrong Pokemon out, too. It would have been better to bring out my other Pokemon first. Go, White Guard. There's the Shadow Ball. Not enough damage, and it is a Life Orb Gengar. Let's see where it goes. It's going Earthquake. Grand Bolt Thunder Wave. Slowing down that Gengar. Now we might have a chance here. Another Earthquake. Grand Bull able to survive. There goes Ice Punch. A really strong hit. And a Freeze. Comes the Shadow Ball. That's going to KO. Didn't really work the way I was hoping for, but we might be able to still win here because of that freeze. There's the Shadow Ball, that's going to KO Gengar there. Gliscor still frozen solid, and that's going to win the game. We have a Focus Sash on and a forfeit. There's a pretty lucky freeze there, considering the events that happened that turn were not the ones I thought were going to happen. I didn't think it was going to go for the Earthquake again, but it did go for it. That freeze ended up saving it anyway. Alright, got another 6 battles to go here. think this is a Trick Room team, or what? Alright. We're gonna lead with Chandelure. We're gonna definitely need something that can hit Exploud hard. I'm gonna use Crocodile as a knockoff support. Zoroark and Hydreigon as my backups. We're going to try to put a stop to Trick Room on turn 1. Let's see how this goes. Alright, the leads are Dusknoir and Mawile. Alright, it looks like Dusknoir might try to Trick Room. I'm going to imprison here. Mawile can try to attack, but it'll have to be wary about Chandelure. So for that reason, I'm going to go for knockoff. Mawile is protecting, as I thought it would. There you go, knockoff. Large hit on Dusknoir. Got rid of the leftovers and imprison. Try to stop it from Trick Room. Sealed it off. Another plus is the opponent now also cannot protect. I have 2 darks behind this dark Pokemon, so there's no sense in switching. I'm going to simply knock off whatever Mawile is holding, which is most likely a Life Orb. Got to withdraw, and I'm going to get a free knockoff instead. It's Gothitelle. For some reason, the opponent thinks that I'm even interested in attacking, switching, excuse me. I think I'm in a dominating position and have no reason to be switching at this point. Exploud coming out. I'm quite happy with where I am right now, so we're just going to continue doing knockoff until we're done. I don't see any reason to do anything but that. It's doing Helping Hand for Boom Burst. Just gonna keep knocking off all of the opponent's options here. It's a Hyper Voice, but it won't be Choice Spect anymore. Getting a lot of good stuff going on here. Another knockoff. Try to hit Exploud for as much damage as possible. Shadow Ball to get rid of Gothitelle. And the opponent's down to 2 Pokemon now. Another Hyper Voice. That'll get rid of Crocodile. Chandelure's still sticking around. Mawile's gonna come out. It's not gonna be able to do much. Alright, my Hydreigon's coming out. Just gonna go all in. Once we get rid of Exploud, we should be good to go here. Come on, I'll Sucker Punch. Got the KO. Here comes a Dark Pulse. Got the KO on Exploud. And now the last Pokemon. Another Hydreigon. There we go. Hydreigon Flamethrower. And the KO. Hello, Black Ops 2 Zombie Killer. Thanks for coming by again for the cast. Just saw me use a fake Hydreigon to use a flamethrower that the real one didn't have, because that's how OP that setup is. That team was so obviously Trick Room that it wasn't even funny, and it was a no-brainer to bring out Chandelure for Imprison. Alright, there's the Leopard I was going to make. We'll see what the opponent does to take advantage of that. I think Granbull setting up Thunder Waves might be the best option here. We'll definitely have to worry about that Leopard, though. Alright, here we go. We're going to run a Zoroark pretending to be Aegislash. Splatoon's on the back burner right now, simply because I'm currently in an online Pokemon tournament running for 3 days. This is day 2. I am probably going to go back to playing Splatoon probably on Sunday or Monday. Alright, here we go. We got Volcarona staring down Aegislash. This is kind of the setup I would like. We're gonna see if we can get what we want here. The flamethrower is coming out. Got the KO. It's really strong against Zoroark. It's probably ill-advised to try to attack. I probably should have went ahead and protected, but that tells me that that's probably a choice Scarf, Volcarona. Slow that one down there. Very good. bind right now because we need to get rid of Volcarona. But I can't play any Protect games with my Crocodile. We'll probably want to get rid of this Rotom. Probably have to give up Aegislash for this to work, which is a big problem. Got a burned Grand Bull, but we're still going to have to do as much damage as we can here. It was a decent amount. Flamethrower is double attacking Grand Bull, and it's going to get the KO there. I don't think that was enough damage. It really needed a lot more than that on the Rotom. Looks like it was ill-prepared to deal with the Choice Scarf Volcarona. Goes the Rock Slide. Didn't even hit Rotom. That's probably going to be the end of it. Oh, it's a Will-O-Wisp. It's actually letting Crocodile stay alive. It's a Leftovers Rotom. Interesting. Alright. Crobat. I'll have to get into King's Shield for this. Gotta protect on Rotom, which is actually preferable at this stage. I'm gonna try to get a flinch on Crobat, even though most likely it has Inner Focus. Got a decent amount of damage there. And Brave Bird is probably going to KO Crocodile. And it did. It's going to be pretty much it. I'm going to try to get a KO on Rotom here. Crobat probably can't do too much except maybe taunt. It's going for Brave Bird. Seems like it may be Choice Banded. There's the Will-O-Wisp. That's probably going to make it too weak to handle the Brave Birds. Although if it is Choice Banded, it'll run into King's Shield on the next turn. There's another Aegislash. a stance change going on here. End up being Shadow Ball. Slash going back into shield form here. And try to get rid of the Crobat this turn and go for one last hit on the Aegis Slash on the next turn. It will most likely not KO, but that is the best chance that I have at winning here. And the opponent's Aegis Slash goes first, and they're going to win with a Shadow Sneak. Now, it was a good game. I didn't really think about a Scarf Volcarona. That's actually a really smart play by the opponent. Very neat strategy. I like that idea. That's very smart of him. Alright, well, we got 4 more games to go here. Here we go. Another Trick Room team. I think we're probably headed to doing the same thing we did before. Alright, let's give this a shot here. This is exactly the kind of team that I made my Chandelure for. So let's see if this works. Alright, the opponent has led with Sableye and Gothitelle. See what the Sableye is going to do. It's doing Fake Out. There we go, Imprison. It tried to do Trick Room as I thought it would, and it cannot do it because of the Imprison. Start doubling in on Gothitelle's partners. I don't think Gothitelle has that much that it can do. Yep, Gothitelle's leaving. Malamar coming in. Sableye going for the Will-O-Wisp. Sableye not holding anything at all. But we were able to get the KO anyway. Or it could have been holding a Master Ball or something like that to prevent knockoff. Or I don't know. That should knock off still, right? Be more like a trick kind of thing. I'm gonna now ignore Aegislash to go after Malamar here. Aegislash going for King's Shield. Aegislash can only really use Shadow Sneak to attack with. Shadow Ball it cannot use because of the Imprison. Malamar going for Super Power. And gets the KO, but not before Crocodile did a huge amount of damage. Out comes the next Pokemon, Hydreigon. Currently my record's 18-8. Neutron, thanks for coming by the cast. Currently the opponent's full-fledged Trick Room team is being blocked from being Trick Room due to Chandelure's Imprison. It is also making it difficult for him to use Shadow Ball, because the same imprisoning Pokemon has Shadow Ball. He cannot protect. He can go into Stance Change and King Shield. He's going for the Shadow Sneak on Chandelure. Not quite enough for the KO. And now Hydreigon going for the Dark Pulse on an open Aegislash. And down goes Aegislash. Welcome back, Gamings. We're in a really strong position. Opponent stuck without the Trick Room, without Protect, and without Shadow Ball, and is down to the last Pokemon already. Scothedel, who cannot use Shadow Ball because Chandelure is still in the game. And the forfeit. It had no chance he had no chance whatsoever. The moment the Imprison happened, that was already the end of the game. Alright, not bad. We got 3 more battles to go here. The earlier battles weren't very good for my side, but looks like we're making a comeback here. And Chandelure getting a lot of play today on Imprison. Seeing a lot more Trick Room teams today than I was yesterday. Neutron, GS Neutron asks, so how does Imprison work? Imprison is a 0 priority move of the Psychic type. What it does is all opponents on the opposing side Pokemon cannot use any of the 4 moves that the imprisoning Pokemon knows. In this case, my Chandelure knows Shadow Ball, Imprison, Trick Room, and Protect. So therefore, if I can successfully keep Chandelure in play, no Pokemon on the other side can use Shadow Ball, Trick Room, or Protect, making it an awesome anti-Trick Room Pokemon. Alright, here we go. Back to a more standard set. Got Weavile as a fake-out Pokemon. Last time we pretended to be Aegislash in front of a Volcarona. That didn't work at all, so we're gonna go back to using Chandelure as the Zoroark disguise, but we have to decide on what we're going to do beyond that. Right now I'm leaning towards Crocodile and Aegislash. Okay, let's go ahead and try that out. We have locked in, and we do not have Grand Bull to go up against Hydreigon, so we'll have to watch for that. We also don't have our own Hydreigon. Opponent is running a Moonball, was that a Moonball? Looked like a Moonball, Weavile. Alright, here we go. This is not really the setup that I was looking for. If this particular Volcarona wants to Quiver Dance, we may be in trouble. Don't have a lot of good switch-ins here. At least not something that would put a stop to a Quiver Dance. It's a fake out. It looks like it will probably Quiver Dance. It is a Quiver Dance. The one saving grace here is I do have Chandelure in the back, and Chandelure has a Focus Sash. If we can get enough damage on Volcarona, we can finish it off with a Focus Sash Shadow Ball. This is a good time to check to see what kind of fire attack this Volcarona has. It is a Fire Blast pointed at Aegislash. If you notice, that was an Icicle Crash. That's not a good sign for Zoroark either. If we can take the Icicle Crash, then we can get some chip damage in on Volcarona, but that is easier said than done. See if another Fire Blast comes Aegislash's way. It is another Fire Blast. Let's see if Zoroark can survive Icicle Crash from Weavile. It was able to do it pretty strongly too. And now a Dark Pulse. A really strong hit, despite the Quiver Dance. This could be the chance that I've been looking for. I got Chandelure in for free, so the Focus Sash is still in effect. Here comes Bug Buzz. Oh, a smart move. Doubling in on Chandelure. Going for the knockoff. That's going to KO. That was an excellent move. I think I'm out of options here. We will see though. Got a withdraw of Weavile, trying to set up for Fake Out once again. Also weakening the Rock Slide. That won't be enough if he goes after Zoroark, though. A smart move, going for Protect. Highly prefer to have Crocodile over Zoroark in the game. However, only Crocodile has the power to actually get the KO. At this point in the game, if I try to switch, I will probably fail. If he goes for the Flamethrower on Aegislash. I'll have to try the Rock Slide though. Comes the Fire Blast. And it was pointed at Aegislash, and Aegislash goes down. Comes the Rock Slide at -1. And finally, the Volcarona goes down. Play Rough goes through, and it's going to knock out Crocodile, and probably going to end up losing this one. Really out of options at this point. Probably could have turned it around if I had done King's Shield on the turn that I brought out the if I had done King's Shield when I brought out the Aegislash, but at that point really needed to get some damage in, and I couldn't make the right read. And it's going for knockoff, and that's going to KO. It's a solid game. The Quiver Dance is always a big problem for this team. It's really hard to stop it if the opponent has other Pokemon that can deal with its counters. Wasn't able to choose the correct Pokemon in the beginning, and that made it difficult from the start. Alright, 2 more battles to go here. Currently 19 and 9. Definitely not as good as yesterday, but of course there were a lot of weaker opponents yesterday. We're in the 1600s now, so going up against stronger players to be sure. Alright, here we go. Going up against Loose Snake. I've got an interesting set of Pokemon, 4 Dark types. Five if you include Malamar, but Malamar's not weak to fighting. I don't have any bug type attacks on this team. Does have a fake out Pokemon, which may make it difficult to lead with the Crocodile. Even so, I think I might do it anyway. This will be the first battle I don't bring Zoroark in. Alright, here we go. It's going to be Grand Bull Crocodile versus Gengar Malamar. Malamar, of course, running Contrary. Shall see where that gets him. Alright, here we go. Knock off on Gengar to get us started off. Ended up not being focus sashed. Really surprising. It was a Wise Glasses, a superpower from Malamar. Going to KO Crocodile. That's going to raise Malamar's defense 1 level. Nice strong hit. Did a lot of damage to Malamar that turn. Hard to decide. I'm thinking Aegislash here. There we go, Crocodile coming out. Alright, here we go. It's a knockoff. Opting to try to knock off Aegislash's item, but it ended up being a weakness policy that activated. Psycho Cut, going straight for Granbull. Didn't do it after all those attack boosts. Granbull's still alive, and now it's going to get a play rough out there, and it gets the KO on Crocodile. Here comes Aegislash with its +2. Get rid of this Malamar. 3 attack boosts couldn't get rid of Granbull. And a disconnect. It's unbelievable. Can't believe that in a tournament like this someone would disconnect like that, but okay. Well, that's another win under our belts, and now we are looking at our last battle of the day. Just couldn't handle the fact that I was able to take on Malamar like that, I guess, despite all of those boosts. Alright, looks like a potential Trick Room / Tailwind team here. Very interesting. There's no fake out Pokemon in this team though, so I think it's pretty safe to go ahead and bring out Crocodile Granbull here. Or possibly even Crocodile Chandelure. Okay, let's see how this goes here. Last battle of the day. The opponent is a 1700 rating player right now, so this team that he has probably has some great tricks in it. It's Noivern Volcarona at the start. Alright. Really concerned about possibility of a Choice Scarf Volcarona. Alright, let's see what happens here. Got the withdraw from Volcarona. Noivern frisked my Choice Scarf and figured out what I had. And now we got a Shadow Ball coming in, which is actually pretty good. But he tried to bring in a Gothitelle and it got critted. And it's a one-hit KO there. Volcarona coming back out. Wondering if I should Trick Room. Probably is the best option. Alright, let's go. Shadow Ball coming out again. Wisely going after Chandelure for the KO. A Fiery Dance. Boosting his special attack while boosting my special attack. And here comes Shadow Ball. And there's the Focus Sash. Now the question is, does he want to get rid of Volcarona, or does he want to get rid of Aegislash here? This might still be a Choice Scarf Volcarona, but if that's what it is, I probably already lost. So, at this point, pretty much is what it is here. Alright, let's see what we got. Rock Slide went out. He's able to get the KO. Got both KOs. Now we're ahead 3-1. Malamar, the last Pokemon. Well, I am hesitant to raise Malamar's attack. The last game showed that even with Stab, it wasn't that big a deal. We'll go ahead and switch out Crocodile so I have access to any move I wish. Malamar going for Super Power on Grand Bull. That's not going to be very effective. Now we got the Flash Cannon at +2. Malamar's Special Defense rising due to that attack. Good for him. we go, Rock Slide. Unable to knock out Aegislash even though it's in sword attack form here. And the Ice Punch goes through. Not quite enough. Flash Cannon will do him in though. Really strong battle there. That's a great last battle. Ended up strong with a 3-0 win. After taking out both of his rock-weak Pokemon with Rock Slide. And that's going to do it for Spooky Cup today. Oh, it won't show me my, yeah, it won't show me the score, but, after that opponent disconnect, followed by that win against that 1700, should be ranked pretty good, probably in about the 1660s range now. So not too bad considering 6 losses today versus 9 wins. Team still playing strong. Had to make some adjustments today. Didn't play Zoroark as a Chandelure nearly as much as I did yesterday. Had to make some adjustments, but overall, looks like we're still going strong here. So tomorrow, I will be casting Pokemon ORAS starting at 2 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time. And I'll be playing mostly with my gym teams that at that time, all the way up to 5 p.m. Pacific. After that, I'll switch over to Spooky Cup, where we'll be able to do our final 15 battles of the day. That's going to be it. Thank you, everyone, for watching. Thank you, Mr. Neutron, Black Ops, Crazy Flakes, Super Luigi, K-Man, Gamings. CG hit him up. See if I forgot anyone. Veneer Elf. Thank you all for coming by. Thank you everyone else that was watching too. And have a great night.